And just like that, the Champions League quarterfinals are over, and it was a normal day at the office for Real Madrid by thrashing Chelsea and reaching into semi-final, whereas for the mighty Bavarians, Bayern Munich, they said that Chelsea, you are not the only one who can miss the open chances. And that's why, even after putting a great fight against Manchester City, they aren't able to defeat them. And on the other hand, the best part of this quarterfinal, or to say the best part of this season, we have got Milan derby into the semi-final. I mean, it just can't get any better, can it? So, as usual, we're gonna talk about each and every game from this quarterfinal. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. So, first of all, this game, Real Madrid versus Chelsea, the second leg at Stamford Bridge. I mean, it was a snooze fest. I was really not interested in watching Chelsea playing football. I mean, there are other things that are more entertaining than watching Chelsea playing football, like Hakimi's divorce case and the Barca Real Madrid beef. But anyway, we all saw that coming. Chelsea getting thrashed by Real Madrid, and the result was not surprising. I mean, Chelsea did got their golden chances and they did not score. I mean, it would be more shocking if they would have made a comeback in this game. And to be honest, it was good. It was good for the footballing community because somehow, if Chelsea would have managed to make a comeback, and somehow in their wildest dream, they might be thinking they would have made a comeback and gone on to the playing Champions League semi-final against Manchester City, that would have been a terrible result for Real Madrid and also as well for football. And to be honest, Chelsea did not even deserve to be in quarterfinals, and that's why I cannot even think about them playing in semi-final. So it's good that Real Madrid pulled off a great result against Frank Lampard's mighty Chelsea. But on the other hand, we gotta talk about Chelsea. Chelsea is currently one of the most fucked up club, and it's as simple as that. There is not even a single thing that is going right in this club. Right from the owners to the players, everyone seems to be lost. And after the game, Thiago Silva gave one very brave interview where he spit out all the facts about the current condition of the Chelsea. He talked about some of the major issues like the bloated squad, the improper planning from the board, plus the lost players. And talking about that bloated squad, I mean, they have 30 plus players in their squad, and so much so that they had to expand their dressing room. And that is crazy to think about. And plus, having an owner like Todd Boehly is making things worse for them. I mean, he's still behind some of the most expensive players in this summer. And that doesn't make any sense because you already have a great talented squad. You just need to work on it. I mean, changing managers after managers. Due to this, players aren't able to settle on one thing. I mean, there is not a clear sporting project which you could just work on it. After sacking Graham Potter, you bring on Frank Lampard. That's one of the worst decisions by this board, to be honest. And I agree that Frank Lampard knows Chelsea in and out, but he's not the guy that you needed right now. Luis Enrique was ready to join Chelsea even in this state, but Todd Boehly doesn't know what is football. He follows soccer, and that's why he took the advice of some Hollywood reporter, whoever he is. And well, he's already seeing the consequences. Lampard hasn't won a single game since coming back at Chelsea. And seriously, I feel bad for their fans as well as for the players. And that's why, guys, Chelsea is in really horrible state. I hope that Todd Boehly wakes up and hires some good manager in next season who have a clear sporting project, and for that again, Todd Boehly needs to have patience to see the result. But anyway, moving on to the other game, Bayern Munich versus Manchester City into the second leg at Allianz Arena. Kudos to Bayern Munich. I mean, they at least put on a great fight. I think I'm gonna give credit to Thomas Tuchel there as well. But again, as I said, making a comeback against this City side was pretty much impossible for this Bayern Munich side. And to be honest, Manchester City deserved to be in semi-final because the kind of game that they played into the first leg at Etihad Stadium. And no matter how good was Bayern Munich today, they lost the game when they sacked Julian Nagelsmann. I mean, no doubt, Thomas Tuchel is a great manager, but still, it's pretty difficult to turn the things around into the middle of the season. I think Bayern Munich should have trusted Julian Nagelsmann until the end of the season. Sacking him was one of the worst decisions of this Bayern board. But anyway, talking about this second leg, it was a thrilling game to be honest at Allianz Arena, because the first half was completely dominated by Bayern Munich. And the reason for that, because Man City played with a little bit of conservative approach in this game. Because in that first leg at Etihad Stadium, we all saw how aggressive was Manchester City when it came to pressing. Rodri and Gundogan was following Goretzka and Kimmich into the final third up to the box of Bayern Munich, but in this game, they were a little bit conservative. Rodri was sticking with John Stones and was forming that double pivot into the center of park. And it's understandable, obviously, if you have 3-0 lead, you don't want to take any risk. On the other hand, Bayern Munich had to attack, had to dominate this game because it was a home game, and they did. Their best player was Kingsley Coman, who completely owned Nathan Ake in this game. He created some of the chances, but still Bayern Munich wasn't able to finish them. I think Bayern Munich needs a good striker. I know Choupo-Moting is alright when it comes to physicality and height, but still they need some prolific striker who could be a difference maker like Robert Lewandowski. Harry Kane is a good option, but these are the things that we shouldn't be talking about right now. But anyway, talking about strikers, well, Erling Haaland missed the early penalty, but he made sure that he had his redemption. He scored that match-settling goal and celebrated in an incredible fashion by rattling all the Bayern Munich fans. But anyway, ultimately, deserving team Manchester City qualified for the semi-final, and now where they will face Real Madrid, and we will get the repeat of last season's semi-final. And I'm kind of wondering who would be more happy, Real Madrid or Manchester City? And obviously the answer is simple, Real Madrid, because they do not fear anyone when it comes to Champions League games. I mean, they have the players like Toni Kroos who are more concerned about their hairs in Champions League final. So obviously, it's no brainer that Pep Guardiola have to make a solid plan to defeat this Real Madrid side. But also, if you see the upcoming schedule of City, it's not gonna be easy for them. They have the FA Cup semi-final coming up, plus the Arsenal game, which could be the title deciding game for them. Plus, even after that, each and every game in Premier League would be a title decider for them. And these games would be very demanding, and that's why it's very likely that we could see some of the players getting injured, getting exhausted, getting tired, and these things could play a key part in Champions League semi-final. Because if you see the upcoming schedule of Real Madrid, I mean in La Liga, they know that they have lost the La Liga title to Barcelona. I mean the point difference between them and Barcelona is almost of 11 points. So the only important game that is remaining when it comes to domestic games is the Copa del Rey final against Osasuna. And that's why in upcoming games, we might see Real Madrid making some good rotations into their squad, into their starting lineup to make sure that their most important players are fully fit. Anyway, moving on to the other games, my question first of all for you guys is that, is Italian football back? Well, it certainly looks so, because the kind of defensive display that AC Milan showed away from the home against Napoli was praiseworthy. It was a vintage Italian football display at its very best. The defense that AC Milan have got for this season is amazing. I mean, it's enough. This kind of defense is enough to ensure the win in such kind of knockout games. Because in that second leg, Napoli was on fire. They were coming at full force on AC Milan. But AC Milan stood tall and solid to that fiery attack of Napoli. Napoli did manage to get back into the game into the dying minutes, but still that wasn't enough because Quaradona missed that penalty. And I think that was the match deciding moment. Talking about that penalty, which was saved by Maignan, who was the man of the match for me in this game, because the way he defended all that crosses, all that shots from the Napoli players was amazing. I mean, that performance was one for the ages. And talking about another difference maker from AC Milan, Rafael Leao, currently one of the best winger in this world, and personally, I rate him highly, even more than Vini Jr. Because the kind of qualities that he have got, the pace, the dribbling qualities, plus the physicality that he shows when it comes to winning those second balls is already at elite level. And in both the legs, he was the one who made the difference for AC Milan when it came to attack. And due to the players like him, now AC Milan are finally into the semi-final after 13 years. We are finally seeing a Milan derby into the semi-final. Inter Milan versus AC Milan. I mean, Champions League football just cannot get any better than this. Both of the legs would be held at iconic San Siro. I mean, it would be a football heritage. This semi-final would be a football heritage.
This is football heritage.
Because for the first time since 2010, we might see an Italian team winning a Champions League. And last time to do so was Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan. And talking about another team, Inter Milan, well, they are the sleeping giants of this Champions League season. Since defeating Barcelona, they are on the rise. Simone Inzaghi was in complete pressure from the start of the season, but now he's delivering. His side is delivering when it comes to those big games. In both legs against Benfica, they scored goals. In first leg, they scored 2 goals, and in second leg, they scored 3 goals. So they made sure that Benfica could not come back from any chance. Even though Benfica gave them a let's scare because second leg was tied at 3-3. Anyway, at the end, Inter Milan qualified for the semi-final, and we fans just cannot be more happy for them. And anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. There are a lot of things happening in world of football, like Barca Real Madrid beef. Let me know that if you want to watch a video about it. Let me know into the comments down below. And also about the Champions League semi-final clashes. Let me know it all into comments down below. And as usual, I'll meet you soon with another new video. Until that time, as you all know, just enjoy the game.